Thank you so much for being here for the 4th day of my Higher Love Countdown. I'm going to dive into the Enneagram today, and I cannot wait. I've been so excited for this. It is my favorite thing to talk about. It's my favorite thing to learn about. It's my yoga, my Enneagram textbook is the only book I've ever had that I've read multiple times, and I just get more and more out of it all the time, and I'm so excited to share that information out. So the Enneagram can be seen in so many different ways. It can be seen as a typing system, a personal growth system, a personal development system, a map of human experience or human behavior, tendencies, biases. My yoga teacher, Jaya, described it as how we react and respond or moving through life on earth, bumping into the human condition. Love that so much. It's so unifying. It's so beautiful and so graceful. And I love to know that, and I love to share that. So there are 9 core tendencies. Core tendencies, because there's so many more. There's so much more to this. By the end of this 9 days, it's just barely a little tiny blip of what the Enneagram has to offer. But we'll just go through them one at a time, and we will locate all of these tendencies within ourselves. We'll connect with them. We'll look at it from some different perspectives, do a little mindfulness practice to accept it and find a way to let these human tendencies that we've got serve us and not be something that gets in our way. That's the empowering, higher love way to do things. So I'm super excited about this. So the first tendency that we're going to go into is perfectionist. We all have a tendency to switch into a perfectionist state of mind at times. So give yourself a second. I hope you're in a comfortable position. If you're not, take some time to get there. Get comfortable, unwind, and open your mind, open your heart to thinking about things in probably maybe a little bit different way. And find within yourself maybe the last time or the first time or a time that you caught yourself being a perfectionist, striving for perfection, not feeling good about an outcome because it wasn't perfect, being frustrated, ruining your day or your mood when things changed unexpectedly because it wasn't as planned. It didn't go perfectly according to plan. Find any time that you can recall that you were accused of being a perfectionist. Maybe somebody else brought that to your attention, or any way at all that a perfectionist mindset was what you were experiencing and was the perspective that you were coming at any scenario with, any circumstances, situation with. Find that example and recognize that you and I are human, and sometimes we want things to be perfect, and that's okay. But it's also okay when they don't turn out that way. It's not a failure. It doesn't define us. And we can learn how to kind of transmute that energy that we put into perfectionism into something that feels better. And that is the way that you grow when you are a perfectionist or when you experience a perfectionist tendency. So being driven by perfection or a perfectionist outcome, living in a perfectionist mindset typically comes with a lot of physical tension. It can come with common feelings of defeat, exhaustion, frustration, irritability, can get too focused on that perfect outcome that you start to get tunnel vision almost, and then you bypass other things, other people, your emotional experience, other people's emotional experience. And when we bypass things, sometimes it might be on purpose, even if that intention is subconscious, to get out of dealing with the emotions or facing somebody who might have emotion about it that doesn't feel so good. When we bypass our emotional response or others' emotional responses that impact us or that we care about, they don't go away. You're not getting out of it. They get stored energetically, and it's going to continue to circle around until it gets processed. That's just the way that it goes. And so it's not actually a perfect way to handle things. So it's really easy when I'm feeling that perfectionist tendency bubbling up in me, because I do connect with this quite a bit, to tell myself, wait a minute, it's not perfect though if I struggle. It's not perfect if my responses are painful for myself or another person. It's not perfect if I'm bypassing part of the story. Something important to me is bringing things full circle, and something can't be full circle if I've bypassed all of the pieces or some of the pieces just to get to this perfect outcome, this feeling of achieving perfection. So what others might experience with us or of us when we are in a perfectionist mindset, they might see us as cold or rigid, overly analytical or critical, maybe controlling or harsh. They might perceive us as having a black and white mindset. That's often typical with a perfectionist mindset. It's right or it's wrong. It's good or it's bad. It's perfect or it's not. It's yes or it's no. And the truth is, the possibilities at all times are limitless. And so it's a very limiting belief to get in the one way or the other mindset. And it can be very freeing to find a way that works for you to let that go a little bit, to soften that up a little bit. And I think that's the good news. The good news is that the way to heal the perfectionist mindset is to exhale more, is to relax. There are going to be tendencies that we talk about when we have to toughen up a little bit, and this is not one of them. This is an opportunity to really embrace relaxing, letting go. It is the answer to relief from a perfectionist mindset. And it's a get to. It's a get to. So I love that. The other good news is that it is not all bad, because the other things that we might experience of ourselves or other people might experience of us as perfectionists is well organized, reliable, dependable, trustworthy, dedicated, productive, principled. And all of those things, if you're still connected to the perfectionist within you, probably sound like compliments. They probably feel good, and you're like, yeah, like that's fine with me. That's fine. You can call me that. I'll be that. It feels good to be that. And so those are the parts that you keep. So the key is, and I will probably say this about a lot of things because it's very true, the key is noticing. So we notice when we shift into that mindset of a perfectionist, and we let it serve us and not be a barrier in our lives between us and experience, us and connection, us and our own joy, our own passions, and the things that light us up, like the Enneagram. Lights me up. So what I would love to do is, if you are not as absolutely comfortable as you can possibly be, please make any adjustments, no matter how small right now, even if you need to pause me and come back in your comfiest clothes, or if you want to change positions or where you are. I have a short mindfulness practice that will hopefully be some comfort for the perfectionist in all of us. So please do that now. And as soon as you feel ready, go ahead and close your eyes and place your palms one on top of the other over your heart. Do a quick body scan from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes, noticing any tension in your body and allowing yourself to let that go now. And let your body sink into your chair, your bed, your mat, the floor, wherever you are. And really start to bring your attention inward, connecting with your heart space and your breath. Begin to breathe deeply now, all the way in, through your nose, taking complete inhales and full, slow exhales through your nose. On your next round of breath, let your inhale calm you with the cool airflow on the way in, and comfort and relax you with the warmth of your breath on the way out. Now bring your awareness to your scalp as you breathe in, imagining that with your breath, your scalp is just slightly lifting a bit, expanding. Now exhale as slowly as you can, gently releasing your scalp to rest back down. Unclench your jaw. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. And relax your jaw. Continue breathing slowly and completely. Breathing in fully to your heart space. Exhaling and releasing any more tension in your shoulders. Take another full breath, expanding through your heart space. Slowly exhale through your nose and relax your shoulders again. The weight of the world does not belong to you. Allow your breath to return back to its natural rhythm. Just noticing any thoughts as they arise, and they will, and just allow them to drift off. Bring your attention to the sound of my voice You can repeat after me in a whisper, in a normal voice. You can just think it to yourself or simply listen. But please intentionally allow these words to come into your awareness and stay there to serve you as you move forward out of this mindful practice. I am enough. I do enough. I am light and flexible. I value compassion. I am driven by compassion. I see beauty in imperfection. I find joy in simple things. I am human. I am grounded in truth, even when things don't go as planned. I allow myself to relax even when I don't reach perfection. Take your fullest breath in now and hold it at the top. Connect to your heart space. Feel your heartbeat. Slowly exhale through your nose. I release the expectation of perfection of myself and others. Take another full breath in. Slowly release through the nose. And allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm once again. Slowly flutter your eyes open. Take any movements that you need to take. Find the ways that you experience a perfectionist mindset and take a look to see if you can find a way to turn the energy of perfection that feels so heavy and is actually unattainable and release it. Release the self-criticism. Release the constant correction and the constant need for improving. Trust that you have a strength and an instinct for knowing when your attention needs to be on what needs to be improved. You will know when something needs to be corrected, and you will do everything that you can. And when you can do that easily, it is such a gift to yourself and others. When you can create change from a place of love, that is a gift. But when you create change from a place of struggle, that is a barrier. That is limiting. And that does not reach its full potential and is not perfect. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you yourself for the 20 minutes you allowed yourself to be with me today, talking about the human condition, the Enneagram, and how to reach higher love through that perspective. I will see you tomorrow for day 5 and the next human tendency.